Steele, I was afraid you wouldn't be here. Your secretary isn't at her desk.
Janice took the afternoon off. She's got a dental appointment.
Gil, I want an explanation.
You're not going to get one.
Well, why not?
Because you don't deserve one. I talked to my lawyers, and there's no way you're going to get out of your contract.
Get out of the... What are you babbling about?
You haven't talked to Vaughn?
Look, I came in here because you failed to show up at a meeting this morning. What's all this about Vaughn and canceling our contract?
Microfiche files. Gilbert. Barbara. The other one. Randolph.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Who was that?
Oh, that was Sharon. I told her I'm taking the afternoon off.
Are you all right?
Oh, I'm fine. I only had a couple appointments anyway. It's no big deal.
No big deal. It's a big deal to me. I'm glad I've got you to myself.
I thought maybe we could take Scotty to the park.
Oh, that's a great idea. Well, let's do that later.
Later? What do you plan for now?
Oh, you'll find out. How's this so far?
That's not bad.
Oh, lipstick, sorry. Well, it'll get better, I promise.
You know what?
What?
I love you.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I love you, too. So why don't you fold with me? Can I ask you something?
Mm-hmm.
Did you take the afternoon off simply because you wanted to be with Scotty and me?
Why do you ask?
Because this is what you started doing when you got dissatisfied with the clinic? I'm sorry, I didn't mean, I'm not pushing you. I'm sorry, Ben.
I know you're not pushing me. I've got a lot of decisions to make. Oh, it's just that sometimes I think indecision's as bad as a wrong decision.
I know you're going to do the right thing. You know what? I'm worried about Dave.
What do you mean?
Well, his decision to run for Congress. I mean, this offer came out of nowhere, and he accepted it so quickly. I mean, that's a big career change, don't you think?
Oh, not if you view both professions as a public service.
Yeah, well, I wish Mom would look at it that way. I really do.
Yeah, she's still having problems with all this, huh?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think she just wishes he'd drop the whole thing.
What's Dave's reaction to that?
Well, the way things are working out, the way the financial support is growing for him, He thinks it's an answered prayer. But Mom is a bit more fearful. She just wants to get the whole thing out of her mind.
Which, of course, she hasn't been able to do.
No. And then last night was really bad. She and Dave were supposed to go see Reverend Cruz and talk about the wedding plans and everything. And he got so tied up with campaign business, he totally forgot.
Well, I can see why Terry'd be upset.
Yeah. Oh. Well, it wouldn't be so bad if this was just a one-time thing, but she envisions a lifetime of this. And then there's another thing. She made it perfectly clear to Dave that she did not want to get involved actively in his campaign if he should run.
But he's asking her to help.
He's telling her.
Well, that doesn't sound like Dave.
I know, but I was over there this morning at Mom's, and Ione came by with this itinerary that was detailed about all the things that she had to do in the next couple of weeks for this campaign.
Well, it sounds to me like the two of them needed to sit down and just talk this whole thing out before the wedding.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that someone else should talk to Dave, too.
Someone else. Mm-hmm. And just, who is that someone else?
Oh, just you.
No, I'm not going to interfere.
Oh, come on. It's not really interfering. Look, who is better to talk to Dave than you? I mean, you left the clinic thinking this was going to be a big career move forward, and it really wasn't.
And that's what you think Dave is doing?
Well, that's what Mom thinks he's doing. Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's right what he's doing. But if it isn't, you might prevent him from making a very big mistake.
Stacy!
Hello, Vanessa. I got here a bit early and thought I'd wait for you inside.
Oh, well, please, sit down. I take it everything is going just fine so far?
I mean, everything's about the same.
Well, not exactly the same. I understand your father's running for Congress.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that.
Aren't you excited about it?
Oh, well, I guess I should be.
But you're not.
I suppose I'm a bit afraid that, I might lose my father to his constituents.
Really?
Oh, he's a very dedicated man.
And you're afraid that he might not have as much time to spend with you?
Yeah, I'm afraid that he wouldn't.
Stacy, I want you to tell me why that upsets you.
Why? Well, I love my father. There have been times when we've been very close and others when we weren't even talking. I don't even like to think about those times. I mean, with my mother gone, Dad's all I have.
I see why that would make you frightened to be alone without anyone to look after you. Stacy, I want you to go with those feelings.
I'm not sure I know what you mean.
I want you to express exactly how you'd feel if your father won the election and had to spend most of his time in Washington.
Well, I'd feel horrible, lonely, and kind of lost.
You felt that way a lot, haven't you?
I suppose I have.
You suppose?
Well, I have felt that way.
What way?
I just told you.
Stacy, it is very important that you repeat this. I want to be sure that it filters down into your innermost self.
Why? It hurts.
Stacy, listen to me. This is all part of your DOMI training. In order to overcome the negative feelings that you're experiencing, you first have to recognize them.
I do.
Then you have to accept them and finally release them. You're aware of all the past hurts in your life, but you have not accepted them.
Yes, I have.
But it wasn't enough. That's why you came here to me. Stacy, I can help you. You know that I can. But there have been so many hurts. We've only begun to scrape the surface.
Vanessa, I'm not
Stacy.
sure that this is...
This is absolutely the perfect time for you to stand up and face your fears and anxieties. And I think a good starting point would be for you to examine your feelings about your father's possible new career and also about his plans to remarry.
Hey, how things going, Patrick?
Doris, how you doing? Good to see ya. Hey, where have you been? I haven't seen you in a while. Where's Courtney?
I dumped him.
You what?
Take it from me, she's bad news.
Not from what I've seen.
I'm telling you, she's trouble. Found out about her old man.
That would put a squelch on anybody's relationship.
No, I mean a real old man, her father. Preston Carpenter has connections with the underworld.
You what? You kidding me or what here, huh?
Hey, when I first heard it, I didn't believe it either. But listen, my source is reliable, and I figure my health is more important to me than some dumb broad.
The underworld.
Listen, don't believe me if that's what you want. No skin off my nose. But if you want to keep breathing, stay away from it.
Vaughn thinks I got Tina pregnant.
Did you?
No. We're just friends.
Well, then why is he trying to place the blame on you?
I don't know. I was a convenient target.
Look, no matter what he thinks, he had no right to threaten cancellation of a contract. Not because of a personal matter.
Good. I'm glad to hear that, Preston. Because quite honestly, I was ready to sue if he did.
Come on, settle down, settle down. Let's both be calm. Look, you need this job and I need Prescott Development.
Well, can you convince Vaughn of that?
I'm not sure you can convince Vaughn of anything these days. Unfortunately, he's letting himself be ruled by emotions and not his head. And that's no way to run a business.
It's because of Courtney, isn't it?
Yes, yeah. He still doesn't want to let go. And all Courtney wants is a divorce. If Tina hadn't said anything, but once she said she was pregnant, that ended any possibility of Courtney and Vaughn getting back together. Carol, if you're not the father, and Vaughn isn't, who do you think is?
Tina insists that it's Vaughn.
Oh, I see. Well, look, I'll get Vaughn straightened out. You keep right on working.
Good. You got it. And, thank you, Preston.
Yeah, I'll be in touch.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize you were in a meeting.
Preston, this is Tina Brubaker. Tina, Preston Carpenter.
Look, maybe I should come back later.
No, that won't be necessary, Miss Brubaker. I was just leaving.
Of all the times I could have come over here, I had to pick now.
So what's up?
Well, I came over here to find out why you left my dorm room in such a hurry last night. You looked very angry. Did Vaughn have anything to do with it?
Vanessa, why do we have to talk about Dad's marriage to Terry Davidson?
You see Terry Davidson as she really is. You know that she's not the right woman for your father. You know she'll be nothing but a weight around his neck, a hindrance, a burden.
There's nothing that I can do about that.
Yes, there is, Stacy. You can stop that wedding from taking place.
But how could I do
It's what you want, isn't it?
I'm not sure.
Yes, you are sure. And you can stop it if you will it.
How?
I'll show you how. I'll show you how to have all the strength that is deep within you that you can bring to bear. But first of all, you must trust me. Will you?
Yes, I'll trust you. I'll have to. I mean, to progress in Domi.
Yes. Stacy, I want you to know that this is the beginning of a whole new life for you. In the past, you felt helpless, but you don't need to feel helpless anymore. You'll have all the strength you need to deal with anything, with everything, even old loves.
Old loves?
Yes, like Gil Prescott.
Gil Prescott, how do you know about him?
I have my ways. You still haven't gotten over him, have you? And you've seen him recently, isn't that right?
Yeah.
And it hurt.
Well, I suppose to a degree.
And you still miss him?
I don't know.
I think you do know, Stacy. I think you do know, but you won't admit it.
Would it do me any good to say that I do?
Yes, it would, because once again, you'd be recognizing and accepting your feelings.
I really don't want to talk about Gil.
Gil Prescott was the first man you ever loved, wasn't he?
How do you know all this?
It doesn't matter how I know. I'm the one who's asking the questions. Gil Prescott was your first love, wasn't he?
Yes.
And you still want him.
No.
Stacy, you don't need to rely on anyone but yourself. You don't need your father. You don't need Gil. All you need is yourself and the power that's within you.
I really don't know what I want.
Yes, you do, Stacy. Look at me, Stacy. You want to be like me. You want the power that I possess. You want that strength. You want the knowledge that comes with that power. And you can have all these things.
I can't.
Yes, you can. But before I share the secret of that power with you, I must have your complete loyalty. Your absolute loyalty. Can you promise me that? Stacy, I must have your promise. I must know that you will never, never deceive me.
I really don't think I should be the one to talk to Dave,
Why not?
because he won't listen to me.
You don't know that.
Look, hon, Dave and I aren't as close as we used to be.
Yeah, but he'd listen to you. Then he asked you to be best man at his wedding. Now that shows that he has respect for you.
But why would he pay any attention to my advice?
Well, because of your experience from leaving the clinic.
Okay, all right. Now, look, Dave finally agreed that my leaving the clinic was the right thing to do because I was unhappy there. But, honey, that doesn't give me the right to tell him that his decision to run for Congress is the wrong move.
Well, Mom thinks it is.
Great, then she should be the one to tell him that. You see, as far as I'm concerned, Dave has the strength of character and the conviction that's needed in Congress. I mean, why shouldn't he have a crack at it? I'm just being honest. I think Terry needs to be completely open with Dave and tell him exactly what she thinks.
Even if it should mean an end to their marriage plans?
Look, if they can't work out something like this now, don't you think they should find that out before they get married?
Hi, Norris.
Courtney?
You like my dress?
Nice.
Nice. Is that all you can say? This happens to come from a very expensive designer salon.
Must be nice to have that kind of money. Yo, excuse me, I see somebody at the table right now.
Patrick,
Hey.
haven't seen you in a while.
Yes, well, I guess you've been busy.
I'm not busy now.
No, but I am. I'll see you.
Vaughn accused you of being the father?
Yeah,
Don't believe that guy.
neither do I. But my guess is you haven't set him straight, and I wish that you would.
Look, you're innocent. Is what Vaughn says really that important?
Yes, it is. It's very important. Before he stormed out of your dorm room last night, he told me I had to admit that the baby was mine, or he'd break my contract with CTE.
What? Can he do that?
No, it's a binding contract, but if he wants to make things tough on me, he can.
Did you tell that to Mr. Carpenter?
Yes, and he said that he would talk to Vaughn about it.
Oh, so then everything's okay.
Everything is not okay, Tina.
Look, you just said that you talked to Mr. Carpenter.
Vaughn has to be told the truth. You have to tell him who really is the father of that baby.
I have told him. He's the father.
Oh, come on, Tina. It's too late for that. You gotta tell the truth.
Look, I am. Why is that so hard for everybody to believe?
Vaughn says that he's not the father.
Well, that's his problem.
And it's quickly becoming mine, and I don't need the grief.
Look, I thought you were going to help me.
And I will, Tina, but you've got to be straight with me. Now, who's the father?
So you don't believe me then?
No, I don't. Not that it's Vaughn's.
I don't know what more to say. I thought I could count on you, Gil. I thought that you were the one person who was on my side. But I see now that I was wrong. You know, I'm just about as disappointed in you as I am in Vaughn.
I must be certain that you will do exactly as I say.
I'll try.
That's not good enough, Stacy. You must do exactly as I say. I need to be assured of that. Stacy, what is it?
There's something that I have to tell you.
What? What is it, Stacy?
I will do what you say. I'm sorry, I just couldn't look any longer.
That's all right, Stacy. I think you've made tremendous progress during this session, and I look forward to seeing you the next time.
Yes. Oh, well, until then, bye.